No. Hey, peace, peace, my peaceful people. It's your brother man Sa. What's good? Welcome back. Yeah, y'all gotta welcome me back. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, man. Yes, yes, yes. Life does that to you sometimes. A little bit of delays and things like that, yeah. But we all always make our way back here, you know what I'm saying? Priorities gotta switch up sometimes to accommodate life and what's going on and whatnot. So yeah, so you see, we are not quite in nature today, but we still in the tear. Yeah, I mean, we gonna stay in the tear, right? But we at the crib today, so yeah, that's how we gotta do it. You know what I mean? I was thinking about hooking up the green screen and getting the background. You know what I mean? I might do that at some point, actually. But right now, that's a little too much. Let's make this easy, right? So here we are going to talk about the solstice readings. It's that magical time of year. The solstice is here, my folk. So you know how we do. So of course, we're dealing with the Metu Neter Oracle, right? Metu Neter is the oracle that is going to focus you on your spirit, right? You have different oracles that are better at communicating to you different, uh, levels of information. So, y'all hear me say it all the time. Definitely, the Metu Neter is a spiritually focused oracle. So, when you are pulling those cards, you are going to get a view of your spirit. You're going to get a snapshot of what's going on in your spirit, right? So now we at it's early December, right? I'm late, you know what I mean? I should have had this out a week ago, of course. All right, we already said that. Let's not belabor that point. So, so this is the time where your spirit, right? Things are cold, right? It's nighttime, right? It's midnight, right? What happens at midnight is the spirit is trying to prepare for sleep, if not sleep, right? Now it's sleep time. So now's the time for the dream, right? It's the dream time. It's the time when the subconscious mind is awaking to, what's going on in the cosmos, right? In the spiritual realm as well. Right, so it's a time when you're very receptive, right? You're very open to the impulses of the spiritual realm, right? The two equinoxes and the two solstices are the cardinal points, and it's a spiritual time, right? So this is a time where you definitely want to plug into those videos that I made about preparing the spirit to receive a revelation, right? Your diet, right? Getting into various exercises, breathing exercises, yoga techniques, right? You're gonna watch what you're watching now, right? Now is the time to cool down a lot of the mindless TV, right? TV just for goofy purposes, right? Because now is the time, right, where you're going to make an impression on your spirit, good or bad, right? For good or for bad, the 21st through the 25th, or I should say the 24th, right? Those 4 days, 21 through 24, is a time of, it's a time where the earth itself kind of comes to a stop or stillness, right? And in that process, the momentum has stopped, right? So whatever you was doing, now you have the opportunity to stop it, right? So if you're trying to do, or if you're trying to stop something, right? So you're trying to, quell a bad habit, right? Well, the ball is rolling right now, right? Now you're supposed to be getting your thoughts together. So it's all about meditation. You are composing scripts, right? That will, focus you on the what it looks like after you stop, the result of your stop, right? What are the write down what are the things that you want to see when you stop doing XYZ. Okay, so put that in your mind, put that in your script, put that in your meditation, and do that, right? Especially 21st through the 24th. But now is the great time. Now's the time to have this in your head to to prepare for these things, right? many of us fast during this time. Fast is not something that you could just, do tomorrow. Let's go on a 4-day fast tomorrow. Most of us have to, spend a period of time, you know, you know, lulling on that thought, like, okay, I gotta fast. Like, I know I do. I know I need a good, couple weeks to like put it in my head that I'm not gonna be eating for a period of 4 days. I love food. Who don't love food? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's, you got to lock it in your mind that this is what I'm going to do and this is why, right? And what's going to get you through it is the why, right? You know, trying to think in terms of reasoning, right? Trying to reason our way through life. So if we're reasoning our way through life, then we know that why we're fasting, and that's what's going to get us through. We know why we're vegetarian, and that's what's going to get us through, yeah, so we know why we do these readings, right? Because God got stuff to talk to us about. Okay, so that's why we're here. All right. I think I said most stuff. Let me just let y'all know. Firstly, let me say thank you to all my subscribers. I got a lot of new subscribers over the last few months, and let me make sure I take the time to say peace to y'all. Thank you so much for tapping in with me. Yeah, man. We're gonna keep it going. All right. Make sure if anything resonates, you give a like. Right. Those likes definitely, boost the algorithm for YouTube. They get it out to more people who want to see it. Right. So yeah, do that for me. Okay. Other than that, we're gonna get into this prayer and we're gonna get busy. Okay. As Tehuti, Simaki, Ruo, Sir, Keftaf, Kurpaina Ba, or in Aret Sort Sabau, Rupu and Hetem to Keftanu Nebeche, Kurpain se Hadi Jedem de Jeritu, and Sadak, Atapnate to M Tehuti, Dwamdunite, Pai Banitu, Ebanitu. And it's like 10, Honorable Spirits of the Bagua, Chien, Kun, Chen, Sun, Li, Ka, Tui, Ken, Dwa, Dao. And Tadak 10, Honorable Spirits of the Tarot, the Minor, and the Major Arcana, Dwana Ter, the Air, the Earth, the Fire, and the Water. Dwau, thank you to my Chef Su, my Spirit Guides. Dwana Ter. Okay. Alright. It's been a minute, y'all. Been a minute. Okay, but we are back. Alright, here we go. Let's do it. Alright, for my Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Nodian folk. What's good? It's your brother, man, Sa. We back. I know it's been a minute. Y'all miss my smiling face. I miss y'all too. You know what I mean? You know how life do. You know what I'm saying? Life sometimes makes you have to prioritize in such a way where, you know. Alright, but I'm back, and it's how we do, right? So now we are focusing on the solstice, right? This is the solstice. This is what's going on in your next year, right? In your spirit, right? Where's your spiritual, level, focus, leading into this next year, right? We are at the start of the year now, so we are before. Right now, we right before dawn of the new year. Okay, so this is where we want to focus on the resolution, right? We try to make our resolutions, etc. Right, let's do them at the right time, such that we will have the Earth's, energy to assist us, right? That's what ritual is all about, right? This is why people do group rituals, right? Because everybody has a little bit of energy. We come put our little bit into a big pot. Now we got a lot of energy. Right, so that's what's going on, right? Now is the time to be cultivating energies. Okay. Alright, so we're going to cultivate some information to use for our spiritual journey in the next year. So here we go. From a Taurus folk. Very important reading, y'all. Make sure you got your pens and papers. This is the reading that you're going to look to your next year with. Okay? Right? Because this is for the solstice. This is the next big major cycle that's going on. Alright? We got Tehuti Tem Chas. Tehuti Tem Chas. First card. From the Taurus is Tehuti Tem Chas. Tehuti Tu Chas. Tehuti, Tehuti, Tehuti. Okay, we got Tehuti Tem. We got Tehu. I am losing my ink from my marker. And that was Tehuti 2. Right? Tehuti 10, Tehuti 2. Y'all love my handwriting, but don't compliment me right now. Okay. So, interesting. Okay. Alright, so yeah. So we getting into, demonstration, okay? So what I'm going to do is put this on pause, chant the Tehuti for a minute, and I'll be right back. Taurus. So this is going to ring differently for different Taurians. How old are you? It's a question that comes as I meditate on your reading. How old are you is what comes. Because you are being focused on how you are making your decisions. The decisions on what you'll do, who you are involving yourself with, and what you're doing. What is your purpose? What is your age? Your purpose is gonna be different at various stages of your life. If you are an older individual, yet the choices that you make reflect a younger sensibility, then this is what will show. If you are of a stage where there's certain things that are beneath you, but you are indulging anyway, and this is what is being spoken about. Tehuti is asking you to ask yourself how old you are. And answer the question why. Why do you do what you do? And this is going to be different for everybody. But Tehuti says, why do you do what you do? You know what you do, and it's a specific what. there is something that you do that Tehuti is questioning. He's asking you to question yourself about. This is all about development. This is all about what your spirit will do next. So what age is about, and growing up is about what happens next. At some point we must put down old ways of being that do not equate with our age, our grown-up sensibilities. So this is what Tehuti is telling you at this time. Let's talk to the E-King. Close. Close. Close, close, open. Twee on the bottom. Close, stress. Close. Close, stress. Close, close. Close, stress. Close, close. That's the 10 into the 61. The 10 into the 61. 10. Conduct. How are you conducting yourself? 10. Fourth line in the 10 is when someone steps on the tail of the tiger, but the tiger doesn't bite him. So the offense is not so harsh that you gotta be bit about it. So, something is a matter of conduct. Something is about what you're doing, how you are moving, areas where maybe you shouldn't go, but you're going. You're stepping on the tail of the tiger, right? You're doing things that you probably shouldn't be doing, but for whatever you reasoned out, you do them anyway. Maybe it's the last time, or you're only going to do this until this time. You're going to give yourself such and such amount of time. Something like that. But the thing about that is you're deluding yourself. There's something about that that's false. There's something about indulgence here. There's something about putting away the appetites of the animal, or putting away the activities of the child, right? If the child is equated with the animal, in other words, the child is what's young, right? The animal is what's young in our spirit. It's what's untamed, untrained. It's what we have to train and tame. Alright, so the animal is not trained unless we train it, right? We have to focus on it. We have to use our will and resources to train it. It's the only way it gets trained. Other than that, it's just wild, Right? So that's what happens to the. So with this Tehuti, Tehuti is saying, what are you focusing on? You know, are you focusing on those things that are going to increase your own ability to control yourself? Right? Conduct, fourth line, self-control. You know, what are you involving yourself into? You know, and is it for your best good? Let's talk to the tarot. Talk to the tarot. Aha. The Magician. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Page of Wands is trying to peek out there. So you got the Magician. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Taurus. The Magician and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Okay, so there's, you know, it sounds like a Wajet Nikabet reading. Magician with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So that sounds like, you know, a negative. Oh, this is karma. This is a karmic, right? The 61. 61 is inner truth, right? This is the realizations that we make on an inner level about what it is that we're thinking about, right? This is the psychic stuff that comes to us, right? Tehuti. Your intuitions is off, right? This is about understanding, or not understanding, but you know, this is about correcting your focus, right? Your intuition, right? How do you learn? How are you learning? Are you learning from listening to people's advice, right? Are you learning from just talking to people? Or are you going inward for your information, for your knowledge, right? If you are focusing outwardly, right? Wheel of Fortune, right? In the reverse, if your focus is outward for your information, your sustenance, you know, your mental, you know, focus, right? Then you're doing yourself a disservice. There's a lot that you're leaving on the table because the God is within. Inside is how inside is where you go for information, for light, for, you know, revelation. You have to learn how to go within and receive. I got some stuff on the channel. There's a bunch of stuff to look at on this channel to help you. You know, and I ain't the only one. There's a bunch of channels, you know what I mean? But you have to make yourself open to the spiritual impulses, right? Magician with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. It almost seems like someone doing magic and getting the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, right? Someone doing Tehuti Tem is the first thing, right? So, you know, there's a negative circumstance. Someone is making decisions that are detrimental to themselves and others. You know, and, you know, within this whole realm, there's the aspect of magic, right? Someone doing magic and not having a great time. Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. So here's the thing. If you are someone who's dealing with juju, Tehuti Tim, right? Um, and it's not that that juju is Tehuti Tim, right? All of us have juju, right? All of us have some ability to metaphysically work, right? To work, magic, right? The differentiation is your intention, right? See, God is not going to work with you to disenfranchise other people, to hurt other people, right? God is going to let you hang yourself, though. See, this thing about black magic, it's like, what's a good example? It's like a trap. It's a trap. Like, okay, so God needs ways and means out here in the world to determine who's who and what people's intention is, what towards each other, right? See, we don't come here to just be selfish. You come here, you live in a world where there's people, so it's not about being selfish. If you're a selfish person, you are not in the right line being on a planet with a bunch of people, so, you know, God has to set up various things out here to read you, right? What are your actions gonna, okay, so he gives you black magic, right? Black magic, right? An easy way to get what you want, right? Without having to do no work about it, right? You can even disenfranchise somebody else to get what you want. Okay. Well, God makes that a possibility only to see whether or not you do it. Right, to ascertain who you are and what you'll do based on that, right? So some you might get what you perceive as success. It's a setup. It's a setup. Why? Because where you put your intention ill towards other people, that's where you draw the wrath of God, right? Okay, if you got ill intent, you just can't be good, right? Well, look in the mirror with that, right? Harm yourself, right? Do things that harm yourself, right? Okay, it's not good to do anything to harm yourself, right? But if you gotta harm somebody, harm self versus harming other people. That's just the rule. I didn't make it up. That's what God. If you have children, how will you feel if your children are harmed by somebody? Well, now put that on your Father in heaven, right? You got, God has children, right? And anything you do to someone, to God's children, well, you won't be on the hook for that, whether or not you feel like you're accountable or not. All right, that's going to be overridden, right? You're going to be accountable. You're going to be held on the hook, right? So anyway, all of that's is just stuff that comes to me about this subject as I contemplate it. So, yeah, watch, Tehuti Tim is magic, right? This is your next year, Taurus. I'll say this. Look at your last year and, look at what you were doing and look at your result, right? That's going to give you a lot of insight to this reading here. Tehuti Tim, Tehuti 2, 10 into the 61, Magician, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Right? Wheel of Fortune in reverse is negative karma. So, someone has had negative karma based on what they have been doing in the magical realm. Right? And, another way to say that, Tehuti Tim is bad decisions. It's bad. It's bad decisions. That's what it is. It's incorrect intuitions. It's, oh, dag, I shouldn't have done that. It's, oh, man, why did I do that? Like, that's what it is. So, you put this where it fit. Alright? But, yeah, that's what it is, y'all. Alright, Taurus. right? This is what your 2023 looks like, okay? So, just be guided by wisdom, right? Get down there and get you the Tehuti mantra from Taui, right? And work with it. Thursday is your day to be ritualizing with Tehuti, right? So do that, right? Do that, and you'll help yourself out a lot, right? Any of you guys experiencing, towers and, Wheel of Fortune reverse type situations, y'all want to do what I just said, right? Go to Tehuti with it, okay? All right, y'all. That is your reading, and we're gonna say peace and love, right? Hopefully, y'all can get some good spiritual work done this solstice season. All right, y'all. Peace.